So you're thinking about moving to Brentwood, Tennessee. Well, in this video, we're gonna cover 3 homes from the price range of $1 million all the way up to $1.5 million. There's a lot of content, a lot of great stuff we're gonna cover in this video. You definitely don't wanna miss out. We're getting after it right now. If this is your first time to the channel and you love content on moving to Nashville, living in Nashville, or moving to Brentwood, living in Brentwood, Tennessee, feel free to subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of great content coming out all the time. If you're thinking about moving to Brentwood, Tennessee, if you're one of those people, I would love to hear from you. Shoot me a phone call, shoot me a text, a schedule a Zoom. We got tons of people calling us all the time. People like you. And if you're one of those people looking to move to the Brentwood area, I would love to help you make a smooth transition. So let's jump after it. Here we go. Welcome to the first stop that we're talking about here in Brentwood, Tennessee. The first home that we're talking about is actually gonna be this home right here behind me. And like all my other videos, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna flash a few photos of this property so you're actually gonna get to see what this property looks like on the inside, on the outside, and we're also gonna tour around the neighborhood. But I'm gonna jump in and tell you a little bit, some specs about this home and why this home is just below the $1 million mark. So the first thing we're gonna talk about in terms of this home is actually listed at $995,000. So $5,000 less. And for this video, I wanted to try to find properties as close to the $1 million mark up to the 1.5. And looking at the properties from 1 million to like 1.1, 1.2, there really wasn't a lot of homes active with a lot of home. And what I mean is the homes that were for sale, they really had a lot of land, a lot of acres. There wasn't so much house. And if that's something that you're looking to buy and you're like, hey, you know what, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I need land. I don't really want a big home, but I want a lot of land. You know, then shoot me a comment. I would love to hear what you're looking for. And if that's something you want, then I happily have no problem going out and filming some properties with a lot of land. But for the sake of this video, I wanted to find a home that really you got a lot of house for close to the $1 million mark. So the first thing we're going to talk about is when this house was built. This house was built in 2005. Like a lot of the other videos and a lot of the other homes we talk about, 2005, not super old, not super new, kind of right in the middle, pretty average compared to what you're gonna find here in Brentwood for the $1 million price range. This home is actually gonna be a 4-bed, 3-bath. So if you're like, hey, I need 3-bed or I need 4-bed, well, typically for that $1 million price range, you're gonna find at least 3 bedrooms, but typically you'll find 4 or 5 bedrooms, sometimes more, and you're gonna have 3 baths. So the old saying is more baths, more money. And this home is gonna be sitting on about 3,500 square feet. Not a lot of home, but there's still enough home for if you have a family, you're not feeling all crunched out, all crunched together. This home is also sitting on about 0.46 of an acre. So just under the half-acre mark, where if you stick around, like I was saying, some of the other homes, especially in this video, the homes we're going to be talking about next, you're going to be sitting just over the half-acre mark. So 0.46, just under the half-acre mark. Not a lot of land if you have like horses or anything like that, but it's enough land that if you have a dog, you can let your dog run around the backyard, and you're not going to have to worry about letting your dog out in the middle of the street. So the next thing we're going to be talking about is where this home is sitting is actually going to be in an HOA. So the HOA here is going to be sitting at about $75 per month, where a lot of the other homes you'll find anywhere is like $20, $30, $40 a month, up to like $100, $150 a month. So $75 a month, you're a little bit on the low side, but still a little bit on the average in the middle of what you'll find per month on an HOA here in Brentwood, Tennessee. The next thing I want to talk about is going to be taxes. Good old Uncle Sam. The average taxes for this home here in Brentwood, Tennessee that we're talking about is going to be about $3,300, which really is a pretty good price if you compare to the other homes we're talking about. This home's going to be zoned for Ravenwood High School. Not just any old high school. Ravenwood High School is the #3 high school in the entire state of Tennessee. And if you check out my last video that I put out last week on what you can get in Brentwood, like the pros and cons and everything explained, we're actually going to break down the good things and the bad things about Ravenwood High School and the education system here in Brentwood, Tennessee. So the subdivision we're sitting in today, this subdivision is actually called Brookfield. And man, is there a lot of cool things going for you in this subdivision, why you'd want to move here. First off, you're going to have multiple parks. Let's say you have kids and you want to go take your kid out to play. You're going to have a few options to choose from in terms of a park where to take your kid. A few of the things that I want to talk about is the walking trails. Not just me as I'm walking right now filming this video, but a lot of people that I know, they either love running or they like walking. They wake up early and they go out. So you're going to have a lot of walking trails here in this subdivision, Brookfield, Brentwood, Tennessee. Another thing about the subdivision is you're not going to have just one pool. You're going to have two pools here in the subdivision. So like today, it is a really hot day. I'm sweating like crazy. If you want to go jump in a pool and get a nice relaxation, you're going to have a couple options. So if you go to one pool and there's too many people, well, you can shoot on over to the other pool in hopes that there's not as many people. So let's go ahead and drive around the rest of this neighborhood and see what we got for $1 million here in beautiful Brentwood, Tennessee. Here we go. All right, everyone, welcome to the second stop here in Brentwood. We're covering everything from $1 million to $1.5 million. The second place, the second home we're talking about today, this one's gonna be listed at 1.299999. So pretty much 1.3, splitting the 1 and $1.5 million mark. I mean, just look at the homes behind me, just a beautiful neighborhood, but the house we're actually talking about is gonna be this home right here behind me. And like all my other homes, I'm gonna go ahead and flash a few photos so you actually get an idea of what this home looks like on the inside. And then at the end, we're gonna tour around this neighborhood so you get an idea of what the rest of this neighborhood looks like as well. But let's jump on in and talk about some specs of why you would pay $1.3 million for this home. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is this home was built in 2006. Like a lot of the other homes we're talking about in this video too, 2005, 2006, not super new, not super old. This home has been renovated though. What I mean is, even though it's built in 2006, there's a lot of stuff that they've done to the home in terms of upgrades. This home is going to be a 4-bed, 4-1 bath, meaning you have 4 bedrooms, but you're also going to have 4 full bathrooms and you're going to have a half bath. This home is sitting on about 4,600 square feet, where if you look at the first home we talked about, you're going to have a little bit less square feet. And if you wait to the next home we're talking about, you're going to have a little bit more square feet. This home is sitting on about 0.47 acres. So like the first home, we are just under the half-acre mark. And if you're like, hey, I need a half acre, you know, then this might not be the option for you. The average taxes for the home that we're talking about here in Brentwood, Tennessee, they're going to be coming in at about $4,200 annually. So this home is in an HOA. And the HOA here for this home is $90 a month. So really not that much. If you compare it to the first home where it was $75 a month, you're going to be at $90 a month. So you are going to be a little bit of a step up. But if you wait till the next home, and like some of the other homes and other videos we talk about, you're going to see the HOAs go as high as $100, $150 a month. So $90 a month, not too high, not too low. It's pretty average for what you will find here in the Brentwood, Tennessee area. The last thing I want to talk about in regards to this home is the education, the school district that we're zoned for. This home is zoned for Ravenwood High School, and Ravenwood High School, it just isn't any old high school here in the state of Tennessee. Out of like 300 and something schools here in the state of Tennessee, top three school here in Brentwood, Tennessee, this subdivision, this home we're talking about is zoned for. You only have a kid from 0 to 18 once. They only go to high school for 4 years or 5 years, typically, depending on where you're at. And where you send your kids, is it a good school district? Is it not a good school district? That could be the make or break decision of where you send your kids. For an example, if you look at my last video, I was talking about, I had a client that we were under contract and he was like, you know what, man, I'm gonna go ahead and we had an offer put in on a property. He decided he wanted to withdraw his offer and forfeit his earnest money just because he wanted to send his kid to a better school district. He decided after the contract was in, the contract was accepted, that you know what, I want to get something better. And you know what, where you send your kid to, that is a really important decision. Are you sending your kids to a good area, or are you gonna send your kids to an okay area? So let's go ahead and drive around the rest of this beautiful neighborhood and see what we can get for $1.3 million here in beautiful Brentwood, Tennessee. Here we go. Welcome to the last stop here in Brentwood. This home that we're talking about, this home is coming in at $1.49990, so right below the $1.5 million mark. And the home we're talking about, it's actually going to be this home right here behind me. I'm going to flash a few photos for you so you can actually see what this house looks like, some photos of the outside, some photos of the inside. But let's jump in and actually see what this home has and why this home is $1.5 million. So the first thing we're going to do is this home was built in 2005. This home that we're talking about is a 4-bed, 5-1 bath. So if you have a big family, a small family, or you just like a lot of bathrooms, you're going to have 4-bed, 5 full bathrooms, and 1 half bath. The square footage on this home is going to be about 4,600 square feet, 4,675 to be exact. So if you want to find a home that is not super big, but not super small, there's a lot you could choose from in this home, in this neighborhood that we're talking about. The next thing is this home is sitting on about 0.61 of an acre. So just over the half acre. If you're looking for something between a half acre and an acre, well, this home that we're talking about in Brentwood might be the option for you. This home is sitting in an HOA, and this HOA here is about $91 a month. So really not that much money compared to some other HOAs here in the Brentwood, Tennessee area. The next thing is the taxes. The taxes on this home, they're going to be about $4,500 annually. So not a lot of taxes compared to some other areas. You're going to find the taxes a lot more, but then again, you are going to find some areas where the taxes are a lot lower. The subdivision that we're in here, Inglehame Farms, there is a lot going for you. You got a clubhouse, you got a pool, you got a bunch of walking trails. There's a bunch of stuff going for you in this subdivision. And if you listen, you're going to hear not that many cars. You're going to hear a lot of birds. It's really quiet. It's really peaceful in this side of Brentwood. And why would you find that? Well, this is a higher end of Brentwood. This is a more sought after area to live in Brentwood. As all 3 homes that we're talking about in this video, you know, they've been zoned for Ravenwood. This home's actually going to be sitting right up the road from it. And a thing or two to know about Ravenwood, like everything else, is, man, if you want to send your kids to a great school district, Ravenwood, again, is number 3 high school here in the state of Tennessee. So this home, a lot of stuff going for you, $1.5 million. If you're looking to buy a home in that price range, again, shoot me a phone call, shoot me a text. I would love to help you make a smooth transition to a beautiful home and a beautiful neighborhood. So let's go ahead and drive around the rest of this neighborhood and check it out. Here we go. Thank you all for watching. If you all found value in this video, as always, please hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. It really means a lot. And I will see you all on the next video. Bye now.